Hi, my name's TeeJay Dowe, and it's my pleasure to be with you here on the Youth Education Summit today. 2021, what an exciting day this is. And I'm here to share with you how to discover your bright spark. What is your bright spark? And what does that mean when you do discover it? So let's take a little dive into the Ignition program and find out what lights you up. So here we are to discover our bright spot, but what is Ignition? Ignition is a program designed to empower you as young people by educating you about who you are, how you think, what your natural skills and abilities are, and what drives your behaviour and therefore the results that you get in your lives. So our job in the short time that we have today is to be curious explorers and find out how to make your life the best adventure it can be for you. So I believe we all have a bright spot that lies deep inside us. And when you find yours and light it up, not only do you light up inside, and that feels amazing, but you light up the world around you. You know, Einstein said that we're all geniuses. I believe we all have bright sparks, but we have different types of bright spark within us. And so in our short session together, we're going to discover which bright spark are you then? What lights you up? So it's called Ignition because we're all on a journey. If we all have bright sparks inside us, but they are different bright sparks, that means that we're all uniquely different and we all have our special gifts, strengths, talents and attributes that are uniquely and beautifully us, and we all have those things that are not us as well. I love this quote by Einstein. You know, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it'll live its whole life feeling stupid. And unfortunately, we find ourselves as young people in environments that do try and judge us all by exactly the same standard, whatever that standard might be. It might be a cultural standard, it might be an academic standard, it might be a sexuality and gender identity standard. And yet we are all very different. No two of us the same, all with our natural strengths and attributes. So let's discover our bright spark. Ignition is about taking you on a journey of vision and direction for your future, which is why it's based on a compass, and you'll see versions of the compass as I go through this today. And so it's a journey of who am I? Who are you really? Above your name and your role, who are you as a person deep down inside? What lights you up? What will align you with your true path in this world, where not only you will feel valued, but you will add value to the world and therefore be rewarded for that as well. So identity is everything, because when you know who you are at your core, not only are you unshakable, but you become unbreakable too. It's a great opportunity to build resilience, because sticks and stones can break my bones, but names can never hurt me when I know who I am. Because you can say whatever you want about me, I'll just go, hang on a minute, whoa, hang on a minute. No, that's not who I am. I know who I am. I know that I am creative or sensitive or a people person or a data person. Like, it doesn't matter what you say, I know who I am. So I can live my life in flow, loving what I do, doing what I love, feeling energized, going out to play every day. So let's explore the fuels, as we call them. Fuels, because yes, you have a bright spark, but we're on a journey together. When you turn the key in your ignition, it creates a bright spark. But it's not the spark that takes you on your journey. The spark lights the fuel in your vehicle, and you've got to have the right fuel in your vehicle, because otherwise, well, if you put petrol in your diesel car, it's a really bad thing to do. What happens? Cough and sputter, stop and start, damages your vehicle, and then you have a breakdown. We have too many people having a breakdown. So let's explore what fuels you to take you on your journey easily and effortlessly. So we'll start at the top of the compass there with what we call Nova fuel. So people with a lot of Nova fuel, high energy, fast paced, run a million miles an hour, creative, inventive, intuitive, big picture thinkers. They have great imaginations. They have their head in the clouds, daydreamers, really good at thinking in pictures in their mind, creating new ideas, coming up with just a million ideas a second sometimes, creations, inventions, innovation. They love all things new. They may have lots of ideas about projects or music or poetry or writing. They just got to go and get those ideas flowing in their minds. They're great at multitasking because they have so many things on the go because they're impatient and impetuous. So they don't stop and plan anything. They just keep starting things and keep going. It's great because they get things done. But it does mean they're quite scattered in their focus. And they'll make a plan, but they'll never stick to it. They'll just go and wing it. And so optimistic, they'll always look on the bright side, and sometimes a bit over optimistic in what they think they can achieve in a certain space of time as well. And they get excited about having lots of things on the go, and they get excited about all things new. They are great at starting things, because that excitement of there's a new thing, let me go do it, but it means they're hopeless at finishing things, either because they had 10 more ideas and got distracted by those, or the novelty wore off. Is that bored now? Where's the next new thing? On to the next. So easily distracted. People with a lot of Nova fuel love the big picture, Google Earth view. Let me see the whole thing. They don't like too much detail, though if you dive into the detail with them, they'll probably glaze over. So they love big picture thinkers. They're the visionaries. They can see in their imaginations what the future might be and inspire people to come along with them. So I wonder if that's you. Is that like you, or do you know someone like that? Or maybe you're over in the east of the compass. Maybe you're much more exuberant fuel. People with a lot of exuberant fuel, warm, friendly, passionate, love to be around people. They're the people. They love doing different things in different places with different people, the variety of that. And they love to talk and love to listen. So they are the people. They love nothing more than being around people, love to be in a conversation, have a good chit chat. These are the young people that, always have something to say. They love to be the presenters. They would love to be in the discussions, the debate teams. They love to ask lots of questions, and sometimes they are the chit chatters. They're just sociable. They love to be in all of the groups. They love to be in a team. They'll lead a team, follow a team, as long as they're in a team, and they bring a lot of loyalty to a team and are very loyal to a team. They see the potential in people and want to motivate them, encourage them, support them, celebrate their successes along the way. They are great at being a team leader, but they're also great at being a team follower as well. They just love to be around all those people. Lots of people love nothing more than going and meeting new people. They're the extroverts. If they need to make a decision, they go and ask people their opinions and use people as a sounding board. And if they're tired and run down and they need to recharge their batteries, well, they'll go find their people. They are the party people. And so get their energy from being around. They'll be with people all day and still want to be around people in the evening, never short of a conversation. Is that you? Is that like you? Do you have a lot of exuberant fuel? If you're saying, no, TeeJay, I don't think that is me yet, well, maybe you're down on the south of the compass. Maybe you have a lot of sensational fuel. Sensational because, yes, of course, you are sensational, but also because people with a lot of sensational fuel using their senses to navigate their world, their gut instinct, how they feel about things. Sensational fuel, people for a different reason. They're the caring, thoughtful, nurturing people. Want to make sure people are taken care of, feeling valued. And so always kind of noticing something's not quite right and knowing what to do about it. So often we'll be caring for people, caring for animals, caring for the planet. They are great at service. That might be customer service, it might be people service. People with a lot of sensational fuel just love being there, making sure that people are taken care of and feeling valued. So, but they also, as well as being sensitive to other people's needs so that they can serve them, it's not about quantity of relationships, it's about quality of relationships. They'd rather have deeper, long-lasting relationships. As well as being sensory based, they can be very sensitive. And so a throwaway comment that everybody else has forgotten about in 5 seconds, they take to heart. And do you do this? Take it to heart. Start mulling it over. Oh, I hope I didn't do something wrong. 5 minutes later, you're still thinking about it. Did I upset somebody? Did somebody take something personally and I didn't mean it? They're still mulling that over, not just 5 minutes later, but 5 days later, 5 months later. Did you learn to let go when they need things to be fair? Have a strong sense of fairness and justice and equality. And if things are not fair, get out of the way, because they're going to fight for fairness. You'll hear them say, well, that's not fair, and be fighting for it. But they're very down to earth, very grounded. They're not head in the clouds people. They're like, where's it? You want me to come off and do this new idea? Show me the proof. Where's the evidence? So they're very down to earth and great at, when all heck breaks loose, they are great in a crisis, will keep their head and know exactly what to do. So wonderful to be around. Is that like you? Were you more sensational perhaps than exuberant, or maybe even Nova? Or did we not find the one that fits you best? Maybe that's because you are over on the west of the compass with what we call wise fuel. Wise fuel is very much the opposite to exuberant fuel. These are not the people, the chit chatters, the party goers. These people are much more centered in facts and figures and data. They like certainty and structure and feeling in control. They love to put things into systems and analyze the data. They're what we call the introverts, not necessarily quiet and shy, but introvert in how they make decisions and where they get their energy. So people with a lot of wise fuel, they bring a sense of control, a sense of measurement, and putting the right processes and procedures in place, the right systems for us to sort follow so we don't get off track. That's the brilliance of this bright spark. They love anything to do with the fine details. So they make great coders, bookkeepers, forensic scientists, forensic analysts, financial analysts, scientific analysts, anything that allows them to get stuck into the facts and the figures, rather than being out there meeting people and doing all the messaging stuff. They love to have a sense of routine. Again, back in the structure, needing to know what's going to happen each step of the way. And they're great at going and doing the research and getting the facts and figures and pulling that together and analysing it. They are brilliant at looking and taking care of the minute detail. They'll tick the boxes, dot the I's, cross the T's, make sure everything is finished and certain before we move forward on anything else, never mind this running off 1,000,000 miles an hour. So they're great at organising things and bringing that sense of certainty through structure and measurement. When they need to make a decision, they don't need to go and use everybody as a sounding board. They go and get the research and analyse it, and they've got the facts and the figures and the data. I don't need to ask anybody else's opinion. Thanks very much. And if they're tired and down, just need to recharge, the last place they want to go is be around crowds of people, especially strangers, having to make small talk and chit chat. That is exhausting for them, totally saps their energy. Do they have social anxiety disorder? No. Are they anxious in social situations often? Yes. It's part of who they are. When they need to recharge, they'll just go and be by themselves, put their head in a book, go for a walk, listen to music, play on the computer. When they're ready and they're recharged, they'll come out and play again. So is that like you? Is that like you? Of course, we have a blend of all those fuels. Of course we do. Nobody is absolutely 100% all of one. But we usually have one or two that are most like us, and that is where we find our place in the world. That is where we find our flow. To stop trying to be a square peg in a round hole, because that is never, ever going to be comfortable. So Which bright spark are you? Where do you need to go and do more of what you're great at and start to do less of what you're not, because it takes you out of your, it saps energy from you, it takes you out of flow. So here's a few questions for you to reflect on and think about. Maybe take a photograph of them or screenshot them to capture them. So which are your fuels? Which part of that do you recognize in you? Which parts of the fuel do you think you are not? Because it's great to know the things that are not our strengths. Go stand in your greatness and work on your strengths and be even better at them. That's how you find your flow in this world. Because when you do that, amazing things definitely happen with you, for you in this world, with that energy that fuels you. And when you know that, then you begin to understand how to best lead, how to best learn, how to best communicate with others and yourself effectively, be in control of your emotions and your behaviors, and align your passion, your purpose and your personality with a role in an industry that is absolutely right for you and will keep you in flow, loving what you do, like going out to play every day in your future careers. So you may have an inkling by now of which fuel lights you up, which is your bright spark. But you can also, if you didn't quite catch it yet, hop over to our website, www.ignition.rocks. And at the top right-hand corner there, find that Discover Your Bright Spark button. Click on it, take a quick free quiz and download your bright spark. Find out if it's you. And if you do that, I have a little incentive for you to do that, because I would love to know which bright spark are you. So if you take the spark test for free at ignition.rocks, did you screenshot that or put it in your browser right now? And then email me your fuel. What fuel did you come out? What was your bright spark? If you email that to me at info@ignition.rocks, you have the chance to win one of 3 personal coaching sessions with me to build on that for what it is for you in the future. Or we're giving away ebooks of my best-selling, brand newly launched, The Spark to Your Success Mindset Magic, which went international bestseller on its launch. So I am excited to hear from you. You have been wonderful. I've been TeeJay Dowe. I hope to hear from you with your fuel soon. Enjoy the amazing array of incredible speakers today during the conference. And most of all, shine brightly, always. Bye for now.